Okay, good morning everyone. I'm doing this video before I head out to work, and I just want to mention that there is an update to the story that I talked about back on Saturday regarding the awful fire in the Bronx, the trash compactor fire where the 6-year-old boy was killed. There's more of a sad update to this story than the eye sees it. So, the same fire that took place in the same building where the fire took place, excuse me, because I'm just so disgusted that New York one ignored this. Apparently, there has been a burglary pattern at the same building. And I do want to give Channel 4 credit. They spent a good amount of time talking about it last night after the blowout win from the Tennessee Titans beating the Los Angeles Rams last night on Sunday Night Football. And, I keep saying, Channel 4, for whatever reason, they do a very good job with their newscast, especially on weekends. And, this is why I try to watch Channel 4 news as much as possible on the weekend, because I noticed 7 locks off. So, let's get to this story, and I want to thank Adam Harding, because he's done a great job covering the story. In fact, he covered it as soon as it broke on Friday night, so I will give him a lot of credit. But again, New York One should send a reporter right away, but they didn't. So, shame on them. Okay, so it says here the NYPD thinks a thief broke into an apartment and stole from its tenants. So it says police suspect the opportunistic robber hit one of the apartments in the same Mott Haven building complex and stole $15,000 worth of goods. The thief then took off with wedding rings and a collection of expensive electronics, according to the New York Post, who interviewed a robbery victim. The man also told the New York Post his dog Loki died as a result of the fire. So is there a possibility, and I know I'm only speculating this, but is there a possibility that there's a suspect who might have purposely started a fire just to distract the tenants so that way, somebody could just take advantage? Somebody might have purposely lit the fire in the compactor. You never know. You never know. So that is just very alarming. Right? I mean, my goodness, during a fire, you stay behind. Doesn't that sound suspicious? Doesn't that sound suspicious? And look at this. 3 women targeted by MetroCard death threat thief 2 days in a row. Alright, so here we go. Police are looking for a person they said threatened to kill 3 different women if they didn't give up their MetroCards in separate incidents at subway stations on Manhattan's southernmost tip in a 2-day span last week. The first case in the pattern happened Wednesday, where a stranger approached a 32-year-old woman in the mezzanine of the Whitehall Street N&R station at around 10:15 a.m. The suspect grabbed the woman and threatened to kill her if she didn't fork over her MetroCard. The woman did. The suspect ran off. Less than 24 hours later, during Thursday's early morning commute, the same suspect approached a 78-year-old woman in the same area and made the same threat over her MetroCard again. The suspect took the woman's MetroCard and fled. 8 minutes later, another incident targeting a 39-year-old woman at the Rector Street No. 1 train station. He got away with that woman's MetroCard too. No injuries were thankfully reported. There's an ongoing investigation, so very disturbing, and New York One doesn't have it on their website, so let's just check their website. They don't have anything about it. Let's see. Alright, so there was a different fire in Harlem, but, nothing on here. I don't even think they've updated that public safety section. So, it just proves that this TV station is a complete joke. Right? Well, at least they showed the other story that I did talk about a couple days ago in Brooklyn. But still, I mean, this is disturbing. Very, very disturbing. I'm just going to see if anything is out of the ordinary on the Queens Courier. And then I'm going to wrap this up. Because I don't want to go to AM New York. I want to see if anything's been happening in Queens. Oh, look at this. We have so much going on in Queens. So much that New York one's ignoring. Okay, so I'm going to read this one first. Oh, yeah, we talked about this one. Oh, okay, I didn't read this one. I thought it was a different one. Okay, so it says here, detectives in the 107 precinct are searching for a gunman who left a man dead near the Pocomoke Friendship Garden Tuesday night. Officers respond to a call of a man shot at 65-16 Parsons Boulevard discovered a 47-year-old man with gunshot wounds to the torch someone's head. EMS responded to the scene and transported the victim to Booth Memorial Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. So there you go. Homicide in Flushing that New York one ignored. No arrests have been made and the investigation continues. So I will mention that I know this address very well and I'll just quickly Google it. This is not too far from actually where the 107 precinct is. Yeah. Not too far from it. Because if you go down Parsons Boulevard, it actually takes you right down the Jewel Avenue. And that's where the precinct is. So I wouldn't be surprised the response time from 107. And then I want to read this. Because there's been a lot of robberies in San Francisco lately. And I've been talking to my friend in California about it. Because he always watches the news out there. And apparently now it's spread to the East Coast. And none other than Queens and Astoria. Thief steals more than $1,000. Police from the 114th Precinct in Astoria are looking for a man who stole more than $1,000 in cash from a Crescent Street Walgreens last month. Authorities say that on the evening of Wednesday, October 20th, the suspect entered the Walgreens at 33-55 Crescent Street and walked into the store's office. Once inside, the man removed keys from a desk, opening a safe, and proceeding to remove $1,030 in cash. The suspect then left the store and ran eastbound 34th Avenue. There were no injuries reported. The NYPD released surveillance images of the suspect and described him as a dark-skinned man who was approximately 25 to 30 years old, about 5 feet 11 inches tall and 150 pounds. He was last seen wearing a blue and white sweater, blue jeans, a black baseball cap, and black and white sneakers. So we do have a surveillance video of what the suspect would look like. And remember, you're not going to hear about this on New York One. I'm just going to mention that. So that's going to wrap up this video. I know I'm just annoyed at New York One. I know I keep ranting about them, but, you know, I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of them ignoring huge news stories. And I know Pine Power LI, he did a video last night. Spent actually 15 minutes talking about a lot of incidents that News 12 Long Island didn't even cover. In fact, Channel 4, I just saw on the website, they actually talked about that incident that occurred at Roosevelt Field over the weekend. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. And again, New York One, you're going to keep being called out until you actually get your act together and actually start covering the crime. Thank you for watching.